Hi everyone, this is BaltiDave. So why am I holding a Balti dish? Because today we're going to show you how to make an authentic Mr. Dave's Balti Chicken. So let's start with Mr. Dave's world famous spice mix. I would normally use this spoon to mix it, but today I'm going to just use that spoon. We've got salt, dhania powder, coriander, chili powder, paprika, just normal paprika, and this is cumin, which is jeera, and this one is haldi, which is turmeric. So we're looking at the ratios to do this with. So first up, 2 spoonfuls of coriander powder, chili powder about half a spoon because it's quite hot, turmeric or haldi, another good spoonful, and jeera, cumin, 2 good spoonfuls, and then with the paprika we're going to put 4 spoons in. Okay, and then 1 good spoon of salt. Looks a lot of salt, but don't worry, once it's all mixed you're not going to tip the whole lot in your curry. And that is what our mix looks like once it's finished and shaken up. Next up, I'm going to cook the chicken. And today I'm going to use 6 chicken legs. The reason I'm using legs is breast can be incredibly dry in a curry. Chicken legs are really nice. So all I'm going to do with these chicken legs is put them into a saucepan like that. Then we're going to add some salt, about that much, and some turmeric, again about that much. I'm then going to put water in this and boil it for about 45 minutes, enough to cook the chicken. The reason for cooking the chicken first is I want the flavour of the chicken stock to cook the onion gravies in afterwards. The problem with a lot of Indian restaurants, they cook the chicken, throw the water away, and you're throwing all the flavour away. Can you imagine making a casserole, cook the chicken in a pot and throw the water away, cook the vegetables in another pot, put it together, and you can't then understand why there's no flavour in it. So we'll cook that and we'll come back when it's cooked. So I've taken my chicken out and that is what it looks like. So there we have it. 6 chicken legs, peeled, ready for when we do the final assembly. Now we need to do our chicken gravy. There's the chicken stock that we cook the chicken in. I've taken 10 onions and peeled them. I'm sure you know how to peel them. So when you've peeled the onions, I've just got 1 left over, that sort of size. Cut it into 4, like that. And that way the onions will cook that much quicker and soften up, ready for our gravy. Just before we start to cook the onions to make our onion gravy, our Balti chicken curry sauce, we need to put some spices in. So there's already turmeric in and salt, but we're basically going to put 1 and a bit of our world famous Mr. Dave spice mix, and now we're going to boil it until the onions are soft, and then we will puree it, and that will give us our base curry sauce. We've got all our ingredients to do the final assembly of the Balti dish. We've got oil in here, which has got went in the curry gravy, and we scoop that off the top. That's our curry gravy, which we used a handheld blender to puree. You can either use that or a Ninja food processor to puree the onions once they're soft. We've got dried fenugreek leaves, which is called methi, garlic powder, and the reason for the garlic powder is the flavour gets into the food that much quicker. We've got tomatoes, and finally fresh coriander. So we've started our final preparation of our Balti dish. We put some oil in the bottom, the tomatoes, and some garlic powder. Next, we're going to put a handful of chicken in. however much you really fancy. Now before it starts to burn, we're going to put just a little bit of sauce in. Not tons, because what we're trying to do is to caramelise the onions, turn the heat down just a little bit. So we're stirring it around just to get the heat in it and also get the flavour into everything. What we can do is if there isn't enough sauce, we can put some more sauce in. And then what you have to watch is if you put more sauce in, it doesn't look as if there's chicken. So you put more chicken in, then there doesn't look enough sauce. So basically, it's sizzling away. We may need just a smidgen more oil in there. Don't worry too much about the oil. You can always take it off afterwards. But that's looking nice. It's already starting to bubble. If we want to add a little bit more sauce, but the thing is not to throw all the sauce in the pan at the same time, which is what a lot of Indian restaurants do. You're trying to reduce it so that you get more flavour. So that's looking nice at the moment. The final finishing off little bits of this is really the methi leaves and fresh coriander. So you can see that nicely sizzling away. Nothing wrong with that, just keep stirring it so it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan. If it starts to stick around the edges, that's where the richest flavour is, because you've evaporated the water and you've effectively caramelised the sauce, which is what you're looking for. So we're keeping that on the go for a little bit longer, not too much, and then we're going to sprinkle methi leaves over it, which gives it quite a lemony flavour, and then we're going to put fresh coriander and probably just give it that final stir. If it looks as if it's drying a little bit too much, then just add a bit more sauce. But at the moment, looks a nice amount of chicken, a nice amount of sauce. And when I finally finish this, just be serving, I will hold it nearer to the camera so you can see exactly what it looks like. But this is probably the easiest part of it. All the preparation does take a little while, but this part of it, as you can see, is about 5 minutes. So that's almost ready to serve. And basically, you need a dish like that to rest it in. We'll turn the gas off. It's a little bit on the warm side, so we used to warn our customers, whatever you do, don't touch the handles, they're hot. So what do? Touch the handles. So there you have a Balti chicken. Mr. Dave style, cooked in the pan, loads of flavour, and very, very yummy for either naan bread or chapati. One last thing, if you're wondering what to do with all the curry sauce, the curry gravy, get some plastic containers, fill them up for another day, freeze them, they'll last 6 months in the freezer, and then you can either take them out in the morning when you want to use one, or just put it in the microwave for 5 minutes. Job done.